Carroll, bringing it forward. Thompson's making the run. Carroll hangs on to it though. Still Davy Carroll. Could go all the way here. Oh, what a goal!
Hello, I'm Phil Catchpole and welcome to another episode of Ringing the Blues. On this week's show we have all the action and reaction from the games against Morecambe and Shrewsbury. Plus, we hear from Joe Jacobson, Curtis Thompson and Brandan Hanlan. But first, let's head to Mexico for the results with Uri.
We are ringing the blues from the city of Cuernavaca in Mexico. My name is Uri, and here are the results for League 1. AFC Wimbledon 1, Burton Albion 1, Accrington Stanley 2, Ipswich Town 1, Bolton Wanderers 2, Shrewsbury Town 1, Cheltenham Town 0, Rotherham United 2, Crewe Alexandra 2, Cambridge United 2, Doncaster Rovers 2, MK Dons 1, Fleetwood Town 1, Charlton Athletic 2, Gillingham 0, Wycombe Athletic 2, Lincoln City 2, Plymouth Argyle 2, Portsmouth 4, Sunderland 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Oxford United 2, Wycombe Wanderers 4, Morecambe 3. What a game, what a crazy game. Full of turnovers, upside downs. We were losing, we were winning, but we won at the end. So Chairboy Spanish this week is Wycombe doing their thing. They are fantastic bastards. So, 2 words, thing, cosa. Thing, cosa. Bastards, bastardos. So, Wycombe haciendo lo suyo, Wycombe haciendo su cosa. Son fantásticos bastardos. Well, Chairboy Spanish this week. Until next time, and back to England with my amigo Phil Catchpole. Adios.
A soaking wet Adams Park provided the stage for a magnificent game against Morecambe. Here's what happened.
Headed clear from Tapazzoli, Stockdale to come for it, and it's in! It's a very soft opener from Morecambe. The free kick was drilled in, Stockdale came, Tapazzoli headed clear, and the ball's been rolled into the bottom corner from 24 yards. Stockdale well out of position. Opening goal at Adams Park, and it's Wycombe Wanderers 0, Morecambe 1. Stockton, left wing for Morecambe, holds the ball up well and into the box, and Thompson doesn't get there, Phillips does, and Morecambe have doubled their lead. Adam Phillips turns it home from a wonderful cross from Cole Stockton, and Morecambe have silenced the Wycombe fans here at Adams Park in the rain. It's Wycombe Wanderers 0, Morecambe 2. Horgan, centrally placed, does he go for goal? He does, and it's there! Daryl Horgan skids off the wet surface, and Leatherwood got a glove to it, but he couldn't stop it from going in. We said they need to get back in this early doors, second half, and they have done. Daryl Horgan, first of the season. Wycombe 1, Morecambe 2. Stewart crosses it in, looking for some Oakes. Yes! Sam Oakes with the header. 2-2 for Wycombe Wanderers. They've turned it round in a matter of minutes. They signed Oakes to score headers from out wide positions, and that's what he's done today. That one was unstoppable. It's Wycombe 2, Morecambe 2. Jacobson whips it into the back post. Yes! Joe Jacobson! I'm not sure if anyone's got a touch, but Joe Jacobson, I think, is going to claim it. And Wycombe have come from 2 down to lead at Adams Park in the rain, 3-2. Joe Jacobson, the Olympic master of corners. Morecambe come again, no, and they've equalised. Fantastic strike. And it's Jonah Ayunga, the substitute, who's only been on the field for a matter of seconds himself. A deflected shot goes into the top corner, and it's Wycombe 3, Morecambe 3. Mehmeti looks for Vokes, Curtis Thompson, goal! Has he won it at the death for Wycombe? The terrace is going wild, the bench is going wild, and Curtis Thompson, like a man possessed, slides in the wet to those fans. Wow, Wycombe 4, Morecambe 3.
Gareth, 4-3. I've lost count of the 4-3s about Adams Park, but where does that rate in those Wycombe games?
People wait 5 years for these games, don't they, clubs? But we get 1 or 2 a season, and that was incredible. That was a real. I mean, you could feel it, Phil. You know, you could feel it. You could, you know, at the terrace end there, you could feel the fans were wheeling that ball in, and I thought second half we played superbly well. I thought first half we weren't ourselves. You know, there was touches that weren't right. There was, you know, I take with blame. It's me, and it wasn't right first off, so I had to take some action at half time. We changed formation. We you know, we wanted to get Darryl Horgan on the ball a bit more in midfield. I wanted to stick more firepower up front, and Jordan Obito, who's not, you know, he's not a forward, but I wanted to push him up front with the view maybe to bring Brandon on for him at some stage, and that works a treat as well. You know, Jordan did a fantastic job, and Brandon, probably a natural forward, then picks up some pockets that the centre half's not used to in that game, you know. So things work sometimes, and sometimes they don't. It worked today, and I'm really pleased for the boys, because they're a great bunch, you know, and the little touches that don't go right, or the little mistakes, or the little decisions that you make, you know, at times that end up goals against, the things you sometimes get punished for, and we were punished at half time, but at the end of the game the boys more than made up for it. And you know what, they've done it for each other today, because they knew that I was disappointed with them. There was no screaming and shouting, you know. I spoke to Andrew Howard before the game. I think my days of that have gone, you know. That's somebody who loses emotional control and he's struggling to find a solution. So at half time I'm quietly thinking, I'm changing formation, I'm trying to get messages into the boys that I think will help them. But I told them that you've got to get your touches right, you've got to get your little basics right before anything, and they did second half, and they deserved the win. But I was filled to the Morecambe fans and the Morecambe players, because they put up a great fight today, and they're a good side, and we've scored a lot of goals, and I'm sure they'll beat some teams, but really pleased to get 3 points.
Kurt, you don't score many, but when you do, they're worth waiting for.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've saved that one for quite a while now, so yeah, it was good to finally get back on the score sheet.
Describe that moment when the ball fell to you just on the edge of the area, injury time, everything that had gone before. How do you stay calm and know what to do in that position?
I've been practicing quite a bit in training recently, to be honest, striking them from the edge, and you know, they've been going in. So in that moment I was just thinking, finally, here it is, let's stick this one in, and yeah, flew in. And
as a game, that had pretty much everything. The first half, Wycombe, by the home standards this season, were very, very poor. Second half, it was unrecognisable from that first half performance. What was said at half time?
Yeah, it was a poor start from us all. I think we knew they was going to come at us, and we knew that we had to be on it. But half time, Gaffer had a little go at us, which was expected, because we knew that we've got better standards than that. So yeah, half time we knew, we believed that we'd come out and we'd get a result come 90 minutes. So yeah, it's just a case of believing and just knowing that we have to put things right, and I think that's what we did.
Well, you put things right, got back to 2-2, then 3-2, but then Morecambe to equalise. That must have been like a real kick in the gut as well.
Yeah, and I think that's happened quite a lot here, you know, like we love to leave it till the last minute to get the winner. So yeah, when it went to 3-3, the belief's still there, you know, you can see it all around the pitch. The boys still believe, just know that we've got to keep going, and it will come, and that's what happened.
I don't think there are any neutrals here, but a 3-3, both teams, you could tell, wanted the 3 points, which is unusual.
Yeah, definitely. We've got to give credit to Morecambe. You know, they came here, they put up a good fight, they started well, but I think we've got that little bit more quality in our team, and yeah, we know we can score goals. It's just a matter of being on it. And
that's a big week for Wycombe Wanderers. A win on Tuesday on the road, a win here at Adams Park today as well, and firmly placed in the top 6 now. You on course where you want to be, or the squad? Do they feel you're on course now for where you want to be this season?
Yeah, definitely. We're just taking one game at a time. You know, it's always good to get your 3 points at home, and any result on the road is a good one. So yeah, that's what we'll be looking to do. Every away game, let's try and get as many points as we can and win our home games.
Gareth and the Coohigs have talked about returning to the Championship as soon as possible. As a dressing room after last season so close, is that really driving you on?
Yeah, definitely. We all want to play in the Championship again, but like I say, we're just taking one game at a time and just see what happens.
Well, it would have been a long drive home in the rain for the Morecambe fans after that game. Here's what they had to say after the final whistle. Mark Lewis.
What a start from the Shrimps. Just not a happy ending. Great entertainment though, unless you have a weak ticker.
Angler 1.
How can they be the same teams that played the first half? First half, we were excellent. Great both defensively and in attack. Second half, pants. In the first half, Wycombe never looked like scoring. Second half, we conceded 4. Something's badly wrong.
Gareth Smith.
Well, that were a game of 2 halves. I think we deserved a point. We were excellent in the first half, kept Wycombe at bay, and could have been 4 up. Second half, they went more direct to Vokes, and we couldn't cope with him. Shame they didn't keep trying to play football, because we had the beating of them when they did.
Red Robbo.
I could be wrong, but I suspect that with the amount of scouting Wycombe did regarding the possibility of signing Sam Lavelle, they knew our weaknesses and made the most of it.
The Doc.
Wycombe's 100% record at Adams Park this season was retrieved from the dustbin of history right at the end of the game. Did they deserve it? Who can say? Morecambe were undone by poor defending against Route 1 balls from the back far too often. Better discipline might have yielded at least a point against a Wanderers side with a simple plan. Get the ball up to Sam Vokes and leave the rest up to him. Today it worked, eventually, and in truth, perhaps a little fortuitously.
Stuart Ray.
Sickening result, that. The game was a roller coaster of emotions, but ultimately our inability to defend set pieces has cost us dearly again. Looked like we cracked this League One lark when 2 up at half time, but Wycombe came roaring back and were level in no time at all.
Grieg Eastwood.
I'm over the moon we're not in a relegation spot, if I'm honest. We only lost by a last-minute winner to an ex-championship team. Not bad for an ex-non-league team.
Paul Peacock.
Well, you can't say we ain't good for money. 11 league games played and 38 goals scored in those games.
Shane Jackson.
Gutted to lose like that, but at least we go out showing no fear. Up the Shrimps.
Michael North.
We couldn't defend a bag of chips from a seagull at the moment. But on a positive note, that's 3 more goals against another big club. We'll be just fine this season.
The win against the Shrimps capped off a good week for Wycombe after their midweek trip to Shrewsbury. Here's what happened.
Drops to Jacobson into the area, left-footed shot, goal! Joe Jacobson against his former club, his first of the season. This game needed a bit of quality, and Joe Jacobson, the Wycombe skipper, has provided it. A bullet from the edge of the area. It's Shrewsbury Town 0, Wycombe Wanderers 1. Silence to our left, pandemonium to our right. Free kick to be whipped in by Kai into the back post. It's up and in. Ryan Tapazzoli has doubled Wycombe's advantage. He was offside on Saturday. He's onside now, no doubt about this one. Kai with the assist, Tapazzoli with the bullet header on his birthday. Shrewsbury Town 0, Wycombe Wanderers 2. Ball whipped into the near post. It's up and in! Shrewsbury are back in this. It was a great corner and it's met brilliantly at the near post and flicked in at the far post by Pennington. Game on here at the New Meadows. Shrewsbury Town 1, Wycombe Wanderers 2.
Gareth, a win on the road, you must be delighted with that performance tonight.
Absolutely delighted, Phil. We knew it was going to be tough here. You know, don't look at Shrewsbury's league position and think that they are one of the lower teams in this league, because they're not at all. You know, Steve Cottrell's a good manager. He's got his team really organised well, and we knew it would be tough. They pose a real big physical challenge. We usually do that to teams, but they really do. You know, at the back there and going up front, and obviously they've got power on the bench as well with Cosgrove if they wanted to put them on blocks, and who came on, obviously big lads. So we knew that it would be tough, but we also knew that the team that produced those moments of magic would be the victors, and I think at half time I demanded a little bit more of the play. Richard Dobson's been doing some fantastic sessions around the edge of the box, and he had his say and said, look, can we be confident, be inventive, and when that ball got zipped into Silikai and he turned and he hung it up to the back stick, you know, it caused a bit of chaos, and then it come out. JJ, what a strike! And that was well worth it. And then getting the free kick, you know, Brandon, great bit of skill, you know, starts stepping, the defender gets the free kick, and what a ball from Silikai again, you know. So those moments are really important on a game, in a game like tonight. It's winter seems to have set in, it's cold, I got my jacket on for the first time, the wind and the rain were there, and you know, after the run of games we've had, I think you've got to give credit to the boys. Some of them were tired there at the end, and we saw the game out fantastically well, really well. Great goal from Shrewsbury, you know, can't take that away from them, good corner. But on about 83 minutes we had a little passage of play which just took the sting out of the game, and we seemed to settle, because we were panicking for 10-15 minutes, you know, and teams are going to have their spell against us, but really proud of the way we saw the game out, and great 3 points on the road, because this team, Shrewsbury Town, will beat and take points here off some of the big teams in this league, no doubt.
You rotated 2 of the 3 forward players coming into this game. What was the reasoning behind that?
Because I've got such a strong squad. You know, I wish I could play 5 number 10s. I've got Anis Mehmeti back as well now, and it's just the nature of the squad, and it's a squad game nowadays. You can't get away from, you know, back in the day, and God bless him. Obviously, Hunt, one of the 66 heroes, has passed away today. He played every single game in the World Cup, and probably every single game in his Liverpool days when they won the FA Cup. Those days have gone now. You have to. This modern game, it's so quick. It's so you know, it demands so much on the body that you need to rotate. And so having Silikai, Brandan Hanlan, you know, I mean, it's great. It really is that we can rotate and not weaken. Like I say, Anis in the background. Dominic Gabe didn't make the trip because I think his baby's imminent, and so real strong squad. Really proud of the boys, and like I say, good 3 points away from home.
Rotated the strikers, but it was a night for defenders, wasn't it, to score the goals? Joe Jacobson against his former club, off from the way. A special shout out for your skipper tonight, because defensively solid, but a great goal as well. Yeah, and JJ's, you know, how many goals does he score from set pieces, penalties, free kicks? He's an absolute worldie from the edge of the box against his former club. I think they're always nice when that happens. But the legs on some of the boys were fantastic. They really ran themselves into the ground, and believe me, Shrewsbury put some balls down our throats tonight. But we had those moments of quality in front of our fans. Really proud to take the 3 points. And Ryan Tapazzoli on his birthday, that's not a bad way to open your account for the season.
Yeah, you know, I think Ryan and Anthony were both gutted about Saturday and the sending off, and you know, the players getting in behind us, and that was, it's all learning, and Ryan's got a big smile on his face, and rightly so, not just because it's his birthday, but he had a fantastic game and scored a great header, and he's going to do that in the middle of the box. We did it at MK Dons, unfortunately offside, but he's always going to be a weapon. And Anthony, really pleased we got the red card rescinded, because again he's had a cracking game, and a fit Anthony Stewart is a very good player for Wycombe Wanderers.
And looking ahead to Saturday, Morecambe up from League 2, made a really good start in League 1, a step that all too well from the two divisions. What are you expecting against Morecambe on Saturday?
Oh wow, they score a lot of goals. They do. They've got Cole Stockton up front, who's a big player, and they've lost a couple. They lost Sam Lavelle, who we were obviously rumoured to be interested in, who's a good player, and I think the squads are going to start getting stretched now, and you're going to start seeing the depth in squads needed. We'll be able to rotate again if need be. McCleary, Horgan didn't play today. Like I say, Mamete and the like, Obito came out. So there's all sorts I can do, which is great. But we'll have a good look at Morecambe, probably on the way home. Maybe having a well-deserved pizza and making sure that the boys are all rested, all get tomorrow off and make sure they're all fresh for Saturday. And Morecambe, we're going to pose a big challenge. You can't underestimate any team in League One. No team at all. We won't do that. But you know what? It's brilliant to be around the top end, and long may that continue.
JJ, back against one of your former clubs, and players tend to score against their former clubs, but that was a special goal tonight.
Yeah, it was nice. Tough game, really tough game, and we probably didn't hit the heights we've hit in other games this season. We knew it was going to be tough. Gaffer spoke before the game and said these are the kind of places you need to come to if you want to kind of do something in the league. And at half time we said it's just going to be one or two little bits of quality that are going to kind of decide this game from either team. And I think first half we didn't really do enough on the ball. I think we were sloppy at times, and I think second half then we had good spells where we got it down, got into some good areas, scored a couple of goals, and again at the minute, like we've done, we've kind of made it difficult for ourselves late on, but I think we stayed strong, and yeah, we rode our luck a little bit at the times, but good victory, take it home and on to home performance on Saturday hopefully.
Most people will see Jacobson down as a scorer, they'll just assume it was from a corner or from a penalty, but from open play you don't get many, do you? No, I'd like to get more. It's just one of those things. I popped up. I don't really know what I was doing there. It's just one of those things that sometimes that you just follow the ball and end up being in a position. Fell to me nicely, and I managed to take it. Dobby will tell you that when we're doing shooting practices, I'm always the first one to ask to be involved, and he's like, no, this is just for the attackers. So I'm thankful that it went in and set us up nicely for the rest of the game. So it was a nice one for me. Bit of debate online how many goals you have scored from open play for Wycombe. We think it's 3, but 2 of those have definitely been against Shrewsbury.
Yeah, weirdly. Jace said that to me as we were coming off. He was like, it was your last one against them as well. And it's not, it's unfortunate. I had 3 amazing years here. I loved it. I loved living in the area. I loved playing for the club and had some really good times. And just one of those things that happened that I've scored against them a couple of times now. So yeah, like I said, I'll take it. I'm Wycombe, and it's a big victory for us tonight.
And was it another milestone, this goal for you in your career?
I think it's the 50th, yeah. It's amazing what a couple of penalties can do for you over the years. But yeah, one of those things again, which is a nice little milestone. It's been however many, 14, 15, 16 years, whatever it is. So all these little goals, they all add up, and yeah, nice little milestone tonight. And
your dad's been in touch as well. He's not shy on social media. He says you only score when he's on holiday. So what's your message to him?
Cancel the flight. Stay out there for as long as possible. We don't need you back here. Go and enjoy yourself. Keep making yourself look like a handbag or whatever he's doing out there. Enjoy it. I'm sure I'll get a few FaceTimes tomorrow from him as he's laying on the beach. But it's nice that he's still looking out for Wycombe when he's there.
It's been some tough games on the road for Wycombe recently. It must be nice to get on the bus now with the 3 points.
Yeah, and I've read somewhere about our record away on Tuesday nights when we stayed overnight, and look, the club do a lot for us of how we prepare and stuff, and we've come up yesterday, we did things right, and they're looking into a hell of a lot of different things about reasons for this, about sleep patterns and stuff like that. So they're really trying to change that record that we had. Tonight showed that we can win away, but also our home form is where we've really shone this season. And I think out of the 9 games we played, we've only played 3 at home and won them all. So we're desperate to get back to Adams Park. We want to make it a fortress this season. We started off really well there, and if we can carry on picking up wins, then I'm sure we're going to have a successful season. And
last question for me: left back's been your position for most of your career. Left centre back of a 3 is where you're at the moment. You liking that new position?
Yeah, I started off as a winger all those years ago, so I don't know how far back I can go from here. But no, I really enjoy it. I think it suits me down to the ground a little bit. You know, I know the gaffer kind of likes, you know, fullback kind of players in those wide ones, or if it's a little bit lopsided and things like that. So it suits me down to the ground, and yeah, I've really enjoyed it since we went there March, April time last year. I think I've played some of my best stuff in the last few years there. So yeah, as long as I'm in the team, I'm happy playing anywhere. But I do really like it there. Yeah.
It's been a while since you scored from a corner as well. When's that coming?
Well, last season I wasn't allowed to by the officials, so this season, I don't know. The way Sully puts them in, he can take them all from now on and put them on a plate for Taff. But yeah, look, like I said, I try sometimes. The boys have a go at me for shooting a bit too much from corners, but if Dobbo, who sorts a set piece out, allows me to do it, I'm right there.
So it was a home defeat for the Shrewsbury fans to watch, but at least they got to see Wycombe Wanderers do what they do best. Here's the thoughts of the home fans after the game. Stafford Shrew.
I hope Joe Jacobson retires soon. I'm fed up with being reminded of the folly of releasing him.
Valerie Ock.
Wouldn't have thought that was 6 versus 21st watching it, but quality, or lack of it, in both boxes has cost us again tonight. Worst thing you can do is go behind to Wycombe, master houses, and a real bogey team for us.
Horse 01.
What a house of a team Wycombe are. No build-up play whatsoever. Literally hoof the ball up front on every occasion. However, it was effective as their number 9 called Sam could teach our number 9 called Sam how to play. And the time-wasting housery they displayed shows how they intend to bounce back to the championship.
Socrates, 1974.
One of the most baffling tweaked laws of the game is to allow the goalkeeper to take a goal kick from wherever he wants. As the Wycombe keeper demonstrated tonight, it encourages time wasting to an unprecedented level. He took the big time.
Murray.
Not a lot of people know this, but Wycombe Wanderers is an anagram of absolute shithouses.
Salop cast.
Exactly what you'd expect before kick-off. Salop disjointed, Wycombe doing their thing. They are fantastic bastards.
New signing Brandan Hanlan got his first goal as a chairboy at the Etihad against Manchester City. I caught up with the striker after the League Cup game. Brandon, first goal for a club is not a bad stage to do it here at the Etihad and in front of nearly 3,000 travelling Wycombe fans. Describe that moment, how you felt when the ball hit the back of the net.
It was hard to explain the moment. I mean, obviously it's gone in. I just looked up and I saw all the fans screaming, so I obviously ran over to them, just soaked in the moment for a second. But it all happened so fast, and then obviously end of the game they turned it on, and then you know what happened then.
As a striker, when you join a new club, how important is it to get that first goal as quickly as possible?
Yeah, it's so important because obviously you want to start firing as soon as possible. Do you know what I mean? And especially as a striker, you come to a club to score goals, and that's what I've come here to try and do. So I'm happy to get a goal tonight, and hopefully it's not the last.
I think it was 6.5 minutes that Wycombe were in the lead. Was there any point where the thought was creeping into your mind, could this be one of the biggest upsets in the club's history?
It's for 6 minutes. It's very hard to say when you're playing at the Etihad against a team like Manchester City. It's kind of just a thing where you take it step by step on the pitch, like minute by minute, and then before you know it, obviously they've equalised. But it was definitely good to score and take the lead. You know what I mean? It was a great moment.
And going back to the league now, MK Dons, a huge game for Wycombe Wanderers in the league, a local game as well, a 3 counties derby. Is this going to impact tonight, the effort, the travel, the chasing the ball so much tonight? Is that going to impact on the game on Saturday?
I don't think it will impact on the game. I think we got quite a good squad from from what I've seen and been involved in. So I feel like we'll go to MK and we're going there to get 3 points. We're not going there for anything less. So I don't think tonight has affected anything.
And a few weeks now into your Wycombe career, got that first goal now, and it's all about kicking on now in the league and getting to a target. Have you got a target as a striker?
I wouldn't say I've got a target. I'm here to score goals, you know what I mean? Obviously, as many goals as I possibly can, but if I score one, I'm not going to stop there, do you know what I mean? I'm going to keep on going and score as many goals as I can.
And Wycombe, top 6, is it achievable?
Yeah, definitely. I think, obviously, speaking to the gaffer as well, the aim is to get back into the Championship. So top 6 is definitely achievable.
Right, that's your lot for this week. Thanks to JJ, Curtis, Thompson and Brandan Hanlan. We'll be back soon. In the meantime, come on you Blues.